Let's work a couple of elimination problems. Elimination problems must be linear. In other words, the x and y must be just to the first power. But it's a very efficient method and it grows. You can have a whole lot of variables, and as long as they're linear, you can use this elimination method. So, what's elimination do? It says if these two equations are true, if the left side equals the right side and the left side equals the right side, then adding the left sides must be equal to the sum of the right sides. So I'm going to try to use that to eliminate one variable. Well, notice adding the left sides doesn't really eliminate anything right now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the top equation unchanged, and the bottom equation I'm going to multiply by -3. Let's see what happens. -3x positive 15y equals -6. Why would I do that, you ask? Probably you already know. Because when I add them, now the x's disappear. I get 0 x's plus 17y equals -5. That tells me that y is equal to -5/17. Now, notice I have two equations over here that I can take this back to. I'll take it back to the simplest equation I can come up with. How about this equation here? X minus 5 times -5/17 equals 2. That says x plus 25/17 equals 2. Now let's rewrite 2 as 34/17 multiplying by 17 over 17. 17 over 17. Now I'll subtract 25/17 from both sides, and I get x equals 9/17. So the solution here is 9/17 -5/17. And you can actually see that with the graph of these two functions. How about this problem? Here, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to try and come up with something. Just for the fun of it, we eliminated x's over there. We could eliminate y's. What if I multiplied the top equation by 2? That would get me 6x -4y equals 2. Here, -6x plus 4y equals 3. Well, the y's canceled like I wanted. I was a little too successful though. The x's canceled also, so I have 0 x's plus 0 y's. That's 0 equals 5. When does 0 equal 5? Answer, never. So really what I'm asking is, what value of x and y satisfies both equations? Answer, all of those values that make 0 equal to 5. So there is no solution. Look at the graph of these two equations and see why that is. Okay, last but not least, I have two very similar equations. So these, let's imagine that I did the same thing. I multiply the top equation times 2. So I get 6x -4y equals 2. -6x plus 4y equals -2. Now, this is similar to this problem, but these terms cancel and I get 0. Also, the right side cancels and I get 0. This is a different kind of equation. This one is never true. This one is always true. Okay? So in this case, I have infinitely many solutions. You can actually have, say, x be whatever value you want. Pick x to be any value you want. And then if you just solve this equation for y, you will get something that solves both equations. So solving that for y, I suppose I get -3x plus 1 over -2. Anything of that form will solve both those equations. Look at the graph of these two equations and see why that is. Hope that helps.